Okay, this is a first for me. I've never tried an instructional video, but I love the ukulele so much, and if there's any way I can give something back, that's what I'm trying to do here. Um, 40 years ago, I played the guitar, 50 years ago, whatever it was, and I heard a song, and I didn't know what it was. It was the prettiest song in the world, and I tried to reconstruct it as best I could. And that's why I say this is my version of it. And it's also a very easy version. Now, the song was Malagueña. And after years of people asking me, not knowing what it was, somebody finally said, "Oh, Malagueña, I like that song." I had no idea. But after I learned, then I heard the correct version of it, and I'm going, well, it's sort of a Malagueña, but it's sort of not. So this is my version of it. I'm going to play it for you right now, just a quick shot. And you'll hear it, and a lot of you will say, I cannot learn that, and many of you may even shut the video off. I hope you don't. You can play it. I will teach you. I'm going to do it in a couple of parts. Well, there'll be 2 parts on this video, and then 2 parts on the next video. But I didn't want to shoot it all at once because I thought it'd be a little too tough. I'm going to play it on my Kala Elite. Now, this is a really beautiful instrument, and this has a low G. These are Pepe Romero strings with a low G. If you look, I've played this song on a bunch of my videos when I was comparing ukuleles, and even on my first one, which I'd only had for, I think, a month or 2 months, or maybe 3 months, no, just about a month, and I played it with a high G, and that was for a hurricane ukulele, and it sounded great, and I'm like, well, that's cool, but I like a low G. And when you're tuning, stop each string. And what's important is that it's at the right tune when you hit it, not that it goes to the right tune 5 seconds later. So this is what it sounds like. Don't go away after you hear it. You can play this. You can play that. Now, I'm going to teach you the body today, not the introduction, not the that part, but the what I call the fancy part, which is what most people want to learn anyway. It's 2 parts. You'll master this in no time at all, but please, after part 1, stop the video for a minute, an hour, a day, whatever, and practice it till you get it. Once you get good at it, then come back and do the second part, and you'll do it with it. Now, a lot of you won't do that. You'll watch it all in one shot, so be it. But when you go to mastering it, please don't add the second part in until you're really comfortable with the first part, that you know it. You're going to, first of all, I do this backwards. I know that the strings are rated as you go higher. Like if I play the G string and I go to the next string, I'm going up to the C string. But to look at it, I'm going down the string and down the neck. So if I say the wrong thing, I apologize. You're going to have to watch and learn as you see it. I don't do tabs. This is, like I said, my first shot at this. So you're going to start with an A chord. If you don't know what an A chord is, it is going to be your first finger goes on the C string, which is the second string down, on the first fret. Your second finger goes on the G string, and that will be on the second fret down, which is an A note. And that is the A chord. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to play 1 string at a time, the top 3 strings, and then you're going to go back and do the top 3 strings again. So I think they call it 3/4, but I don't even know. Can you do that? The next time, now you're going to walk the chord down. And when I say that, instead of taking your fingers off and putting them back on, I move one finger at a time and I walk them down. So I'm going to take my second finger and move it from the G string to the second fret of the C string. I'm going to take my index finger and move it down to the first fret of the E string. Now, what this is it's a modified D minor, because D minor is actually, you would still have that finger on the G string. Now, you may notice I play it differently than most people. I use my thumb. Most people will not. I can't do it any other way. 30 years ago, I had an accident and lost half of a ring finger. And at that time, I gave up playing music in general. But a year and a half ago, I thought, let's give the ukulele a try. It only has 4 strings. And I fell in love with it. I mean, absolutely fell in love with it. So, you learn that you have to adapt sometimes. And the same thing may be true with you. Maybe you have arthritic hands, one finger that gives you a trouble, or your thumb or whatnot. So adapt. It doesn't do it so that it fits you. I play with feeling. I love to feel. I'm not real big on a metronome. Metronome? Boom, boom, boom. Yes, you're supposed to. I have a pretty good one going in my head most of the time, but sometimes I'll slow down, speed up, play a little louder, play a little softer, but I'll make it mine. So, back to the lesson. You're walk it down and start on the C string. You're going to go down one string and you're going to go 1, 2, and then you need a third note. So on that E string, I'm going to pick up my index finger, and that's going to be my third note. So from the beginning, and I'm going to finish it out. My fingers are still in position, and I'm going to go up a string and pick that to an open C, go to the third fret on the G string, and finally the second fret on the G string. Move it, lift it, and you don't have to do it fast. Yes, you can. It doesn't make it better, it just makes it faster. So do what's comfortable, and I would suggest learning it slowly. You can add speed later on. When you ride a bicycle, you don't start off 10th gear fast as you can. You gradually work up to it, and it's the same thing for a ukulele or anything else. This will be the end of part 1. Now, I'm going to continue in about 10 seconds on part 2 of this, but you need to pause it, go away, and practice. Go practice. Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to go to part 2. You know the song. You've played it over and over again to where you can... Now you're going to add your index finger. So every time you play your thumb, you're going to follow it with an index finger. Thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index. You're going to only play one string. That's going to be the A string on the bottom, and you're going to be picking up on it, just like that. And you don't want it real hard or real loud, just nice and gentle. So I'm going to start this nice and slow, just like you did before, but you're going to follow it with that. Move it. A little faster. In lesson 2, it's really simple. Take your time though. Don't get in a hurry. Hit specific notes and make them clear and make them pretty. Next time, it's actually easier than this part. So I know you can do it. Thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope it made some sense. Like I said, I've never tried it before. This is my first shot at it. If you have questions, if I didn't explain something right, write them down in the comments. I'm retired. I got time. I'll get right back to you. But I really do appreciate you watching. And I hope it helped a few of you. I hope it helped all of you. But thanks for watching. Gives it a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, change channels. But thanks a lot. I appreciate it. You take care.